There are people who leave before they're left. They disappear quietly. No arguments, no explanations. One day you just realize they're gone, and where there used to be a shared dream, there's only silence now. But this kind of leaving doesn't come from indifference. It's born from a deep, silent fear. Because for some people, being loved is the greatest threat. And the core belief goes like this: you're going to leave me anyway, so I better leave first. This is the story of the one who always runs. They appear strong on the outside, independent, fiercely protective of their space. They seem like someone who's simply not made for attachment. But beneath that image lies the shadow of their childhood. The unconscious deal of a child who once paid the price of love with abandonment. Carl Jung would call this the shadow self. The buried, unspoken fears that shape behavior. Fear of intimacy is often a mask worn by a heart aching for connection. Because what that child once learned was this: everyone you get close to will leave. Gabor Mate describes this kind of withdrawal as a trauma response. Leaving becomes a strategy, a reflex developed by the mind to protect itself. Closeness gets registered as danger. Opening your heart makes you vulnerable, and vulnerability means giving pain another chance to strike. So you run to stay safe, to stay in control. You end the connection before someone else gets the chance to do it for you. But this isn't healing. This is a cycle. The more you run, the lonelier you get. The lonelier you get, the more you want to protect yourself. And the more protected you try to be, the farther away love begins to feel. Because intimacy is not just risk. It's a place of healing too. But to access that space, you first have to face your fear, to see what's really driving your withdrawal. And you must do this not with judgment, but with compassion. Someone might have hurt you once, but that doesn't mean you're unworthy of love. Still, if your mind has coded it that way, every act of affection becomes a potential threat. And suddenly, anyone who gets close feels dangerous. Being the one who leaves first feels less painful than being the one who's left. But that's only a delay. True healing doesn't begin until you choose to stay. Relationships aren't battlefields, they're mirrors. And what they reflect back is often your own fear, your own sense of unworthiness, your own abandoned inner child. That child once stayed quiet to be loved. They buried their needs. They chose silence over honesty to avoid being left. And even though that child grew up, they're still using the same strategy. Don't get too close, don't get too seen. But the adult you can break the pattern now. You can allow someone in. You can pause before walking away and ask, do I really want distance, or am I just afraid? Running isn't strength. It's the outer shell of a very old wound. Real strength is choosing to stay. It's reaching through the fear to form a bond. Most of all, it's learning how to stay with yourself. As Jung said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Relationships bring our shadows to the surface, and if we face that darkness, it transforms us. Every departure can be a calling, a call to come back home, to yourself. So here are a few questions to hold gently in your mind. Why do you feel the urge to pull away after intimacy? Where does love begin to feel dangerous? Which memory, which loss, still keeps you from forming bonds? And what voice are you trying to silence when you leave? Maybe it's no longer time to run. Maybe it's time to stay. 2. Make room for yourself, your emotions, for real love. Because staying takes courage, and you carry that courage within. This video isn't just here to teach you something, it's here to introduce you to your fear, to help you understand what drives your escape so that maybe you can end the cycle with kindness. The Mirror Mind Project invites you into this reflection, because sometimes the greatest change doesn't begin with a step forward, but in a single quiet moment where you finally choose to stay. If this video stirred something inside you, if it awakened a quiet feeling you'd long silenced, know that you're not alone. We all carry unsaid words and unseen parts within us, and here, together, we begin to uncover them. This wasn't an ending. It was a remembering, a small but brave step from shadow to light. If this journey touched you, don't forget to subscribe to the Mirror Mind Project. Hitting the like button helps these stories reach more hearts. And if you share your thoughts in the comments, what once felt like a lonely path becomes a shared experience. Remember, the answers were never out there. They've always been within. Be kind to yourself. Stay true to yourself. And until next time, we'll meet again here on the Mirror Mind Project.